Thank you and welcome for the Practice Owner Success Series. I'm your host Prabin Gautam, your trusted growth partner, and today I'm connecting here with very special episodes with the practice owner just like you to share about the unique story, the challenges, and the opportunity for them to grow moving ahead. So I'm really honored here to welcome Dr. Leanne Tran. Welcome to the show, Leanne.
Thanks for being for this opportunity.
You're welcome. Now, talk to me about your challenges when you started the clinic, the group, Center Dental Group. How's that started? And please.
So it was 2012, and I was working as an associate dentist somewhere else. Then I met Chris, the previous owner of Central Dental Frankston. He was looking for an associate dentist with a view to take over when he's retired, and then we gave it a try. And then 2 years later, he was ready to retire, and we took over the clinic. But Chris still remained to work with us for another 2 years. Right. And when he finished, he wrote lovely letters that he signed to all of his patients, saying that his decision to retire has been made easier because we're here to take over. So that was very lovely, very nice handover from him. And we still remain great friends until today with his families and relatives and all his friends. It's a part of our practice. So that's our first clinic. The second one was about 8 years later. And it's very similar in the same way. We took over from a family related dentists who were about to retire. And now we've got 2 locations, one in Frankston and one in Elsternwick.
Wow, congratulations. And one of the things which we know we were going through and redesigning or rebranding your brand, or I would say as a brand makeover.
Yeah.
Something came about is a legacy, and I love that word legacy because I understand the Frankston. It has been quite a long run.
50 years. Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah. So Chris has spent his whole life working in Frankston ever since he graduated in 1978, and he took over from a previous dentist who is now in his 90s.
Ooh.
He came to us as a patient as well. So that was really lovely. Wow. So we got to know him. So it's been all that long in Frankston. Yeah.
What about the other clinic, Elsternwick? I heard that it was.
Yeah, that one is even longer because it belonged to a family with 4 generations of dentists. And when we took over, that was the end of the line. They don't have any other dentists in this generation. Wow. So we were very honored to be able to take over and look after their legacy afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a very unique, obviously, having the 4th generation, almost 100 years, I would say.
Yes, almost 100 years. Yeah.
And
so
carrying that over from 100 years, and the other clinic in Frankston is 50 years. So around 150 years combined, years of legacy.
A lot of special relationships to have and take over, because when we've met patients that have only seen 1 or 2 dentists in their whole life, even they're in their 70s or 80s now, and to be able to win over their trust is a special thing. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's trust is the must, and especially the world we are living in, as a dentist, to have that strong trust factor, a relationship building with the patients is critical.
It is very critical, because when we decided that we're going to go down that path of taking over legacy clinics, as he called them, because we really enjoy the relationships. We love to be able to take care of someone who have had a long relationship with their previous dentists, and that's why we decided to go down that path instead of setting up new ones. But that's just us. Yes. Everything works differently with everyone. But for us, there's challenges in that too, because it's hard to win over someone who has just seen 1 dentist for 20 years and used to that person and personality. But we're lucky because we share the same philosophy with all the previous dentists that we took the practices from. So that makes it easier.
Love that word when you say philosophy, because it's all that DNA factor, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, continuing that from 4th generation or 2nd generation, obviously they're seeing the patients or the granddad and then dad and the kids or the
Yes.
grandkids. It's the whole
Yes.
like, so it must be a very challenging
Yes.
for that. So those viewers who are watching this right now and who have, already brought the clinics or they are buying the existing clinics who have a legacy clinic or sort of 10, 15, 20 years or even like over 5 years, what's your top tips, 3 tips they have to, consider when buying or maintaining that brand, maintaining that practice, Leanne?
Yeah. I think the most important thing is to make sure that you share the same philosophy with the previous owners, and if possible, be on the good terms and good relationship with them, which we have with every single dentist that and some are still with us and working with us, and we really enjoy having a relationship with them. The second thing as well is probably to try and ease your patients in your way of working. Perhaps in the first year or so, just expect that you might give some leeway, and then you'll just slowly guide them to your own philosophy if it's a bit different than the previous ones.
Understand.
Yeah.
And also anything on that on the third side? I mean, any other tips other they have to,
I think another thing is maybe try to wow them with new technologies, which is another good one. So we found that people are really receptive to digital dentistry now. So we're trying to introduce a lot of different, scanners, implant, surgical guide and things. And usually people would be, and another way is that with all these technologies, you can work much gentler, and people would like to have a gentle dentist. That's mainly
spot on rather than pain. And when you talk about
in
cosmetic,
the old days.
yeah,
Yeah.
so true. And maintaining that legacy or maintaining that patient's experience
Yes.
is vital.
Yeah.
And also, you touched about digital dentistry, and we heard so much about the 3D printers plus
Yeah.
same day CEREC machines, and so all those sort of things. What's your thought on that? I mean, all those when you buy the clinics or when you're really enhancing that legacy, the technologically advanced, do we have to be?
I don't think we really need to be all fancy with all, printers and things unless the patients can see it. But the digital scanners, people can see it
Yes.
because it's much less invasive. And they would usually say, "Oh, you're going to take a mold," and we're like, "No, we're not doing that now." And they're really quite impressed with that. So for us, we don't really have the printers, but for us the scanners and similars are really good. Yeah.
Now, thank you for sharing all the about the relationship, the legacy part. Love it, love it.
Yeah.
And it's what makes you different than other clinics. So, besides that, is there any other things you would like to add here today, Leanne?
I think what I have enjoyed most is to be able to work with the patients and really enjoy their life stories and what they bring to us and be part of their lives. And to me, that's the most special things about this whole journey.
That's beautifully shared. We all wants that, the memorable experience, the lifelong experience, and that's what we value at 360 Dental, partnering with our clients who matches up with our values, with the DNAs, and making really a contribution to a dental world. Thank you once again for sharing your inspiration story.
pleasure.
And guys, if you like it, feel free to share to all the dental communities. And thanks for watching again. Bye for now.